Tonight, preparing for the storm. With snow expected tomorrow, cities are getting ready to handle whatever comes our way. Plus, a light at the end of the tunnel in Wisconsin. That's what officials are saying as the vaccine makes its way to the Badger State. And COVID relief is en route, but small business owners are concerned about balancing their books in the months ahead.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. We are taking a live look over the city of Duluth as we prepare for what could be some significant snowfall in the region. Our meteorologist Dave Anderson will join us now and discuss what kind of snow totals we will be seeing tomorrow. Dave, I think this is what everyone's talking about.
I think you're right, Kristen. So I just had to put some finishing touches on the upper Midwest situation map here. And let's go to it then and talk about the low pressure system that is coming our way. And it's getting into the Dakotas. It led with its warm front. And we did see a little round of lighter snows earlier today. That's wound up for the time being. But keep in mind, the main body of the low is still coming. So tomorrow's snow chance is going to be 80%. For Minnesota, maybe even 90% for Wisconsin. But I think Minnesotans have a better chance for bigger snow totals. 80% snow chance for Wednesday indicates that most of it could fall near the Canadian border, say from International Falls towards Grand Portage. I think we could run 8 to 12 inches there. The rest of our area, I think we're going about 6 to 9 inches. And then once you get farther away from the lake, maybe it's 3 to 6. So you get west of Bemidji, they might only get 3 to 6 inches of snow, but with fewer trees towards the Red River Valley, those folks are facing a blizzard warning. So we just have a winter storm warning here in our neck of the woods, and it should build slowly after midnight here tonight. 50-50 shot we'll have the snow tomorrow morning as you get out and go about. But it's a good 80% chance indeed in the afternoon. That's when the heaviest of the snow could come. Temperatures will top out around lunchtime at their warmest and then fall from there as the cold front of the low comes to call. So once we get done with the snow on Thursday, it will get chilly. And we'll talk about all of this in more detail just a little bit later in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Dave. And with that first snowfall on the horizon, a lot of work needs to be done behind the scenes to make sure roadways are safe to drive on. CBS3's Ryan Campos spoke with city leaders on prep work and those out and about today on their thoughts about the incoming snow.
Kristen, good evening to you. For those that I spoke with earlier today, they say this is Duluth. You have to be prepared for snow and large amounts of it.
We live here voluntarily. You should be ready for snow anytime.
Northlanders are gearing up once again for yet another significant snowfall to hit the area.
I'm not scared of 6 inches. That's nothing.
Ron Soderlin of Duluth says he has all the tools necessary ready for Wednesday and encourages all to get out and shovel.
I have a lot of this in my neighborhood. Delivery drivers climbing over snowbanks to get to your front door. Please invest in a $6, $7 shovel. Keep your walkway cleared. I can't stress that enough.
But Northland residents aren't the only ones preparing for this snowstorm, as city and county plows have been on the roads all day Tuesday.
We have crews that are out right now sanding and salting the roads just as it's not a pre-treatment, but it's a way to help prevent icing from occurring.
City of Duluth Public Information Officer Kate Van Dale says they will be closely monitoring this system in terms of how much manpower they will put out into what areas of the Northland.
We are prepared. We feel prepared. And again, we'll just continue to see how Mother Nature rolls this out in the next few hours.
Now we will have continuing coverage both on air and online at CBS3 Duluth as this storm makes its way to the Northland. But for now, Kristen, I'll send things back to you.
Thanks, Brian. Wisconsin's Department of Health Services reported 120 new deaths today, the most single-day deaths since the pandemic began. However, the path out of the pandemic begins in La Crosse this week. A COVID-19 vaccine was received by healthcare workers at Gunderson Health System today. Jordan Fremstad reports.
And I am just incredibly grateful for this moment, this day.
The finish line to this exhausting race cannot be seen without the start of its solution.
This is the shot of hope after months and months of walking this journey.
This shot is the result of sleepless nights and unrealistic deadlines fulfilled by committed scientists around the world.
There's great science behind this. No corners were cut in order to develop this vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine, like all other vaccines, has been scientifically reviewed and approved.
These first doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine are going to those who have seen the depths of this pandemic valley.
People also aren't able to view firsthand how this disease really spreads through a facility and how it truly causes severe disease and death in older adults.
Dr. Elizabeth Cogbill was there when people died, when families lost their loved ones. She is still there for those fighting for their lives.
I want to recognize Dr. Elizabeth Cogbill.
She is the first person here to take this dose. That's more than protection.
My 9-year-old said, "Mom, you're going to get the vaccine today."
I mean, literally tears of joy welling up, understanding the sacrifice and the dedication that our staff has gone through over the past many months.
A moment propelling toward a greater goal.
This is our path out of the pandemic.
A checkered flag we can see, but it all starts with one person.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Gunderson says once those frontline healthcare workers receive their vaccine, more staff will have their chance as well. Officials say the vaccine has arrived at all 6 critical care locations in the tri-state area. Today, Governor Walz, alongside Minnesota health experts, gave an update on vaccinations throughout the state. Since the Pfizer vaccine arrived last week, almost 3,000 healthcare workers have received the first dose. We also learned nearly 95,000 doses of the Moderna vaccine will begin arriving this week, with most being delivered tomorrow. The first doses will be distributed at long-term care facilities. While this is a step in the right direction, it's going to be a while before the vaccine is widely available. Health officials said the goal is to make sure everybody who wants to get vaccinated can. And for those who are hesitant, the governor hopes to ease their concerns.
The vaccine won't get us out of this alone. Vaccination is what will get us out of this. And so I'm just encouraging folks as your time comes up and your opportunity to know that the science is solid behind this, that the vaccine not only protects you, it protects the spread to others, those who may be more vulnerable.
Jan Malcolm, commissioner of the Minnesota Department of Health, also spoke this afternoon. She said the good news is case growth and hospitalizations are continuing to trend downward across the state, which means the steps being taken are working. And she hopes Minnesotans won't let their guards down. A $900 billion pandemic relief package approved Monday night promises to deliver cash to businesses and individuals struggling to make ends meet. But as CBS3's Kendall Jarbo tells us, small business owners in the Northland are still concerned about whether they'll be able to stay open.
After the House and Senate reached a deal on a second stimulus package, Minnesota 8th District Congressman Pete Stauber hosted a conference call, hearing from small business owners who he says are struggling.
We are not out of the woods yet. As more federal funds and vaccines are distributed across the state, I believe it is past time for the state to reopen, and I will continue to push for just that.
The main concern from business owners, state restrictions on indoor dining. Restaurant owners say funds are limited after the holidays and winter outdoor dining isn't doable.
You start going into January, February, March, it gets really tight. So we are really looking to the state and the federal government to help us.
Restaurant owners aren't the only ones hurting. Owners discussed how restrictions on gyms, sports, and entertainment venues impact the whole community.
Having the hockey arena closed doesn't just impact the hockey association, it impacts the whole rest of our economy. It impacts our Main Street, it impacts our salons, our barbers, every one of our shops.
The hardest part of the shutdown for some, letting go of staff once again.
I was laying off staff 2 times now. Tough to build teams, have great groups together, and then to lose that. So that's been difficult for sure.
Representative Stauber says he's working to reopen Minnesota as small business owners try to stay afloat.
And I, for a fact, feel that the strength of your community is your small businesses.
The pandemic relief package has been sent to President Donald Trump for his signature, which is expected in the coming days, and we will have more on that coming up later in the show. Encouraging news today from St. Louis County health officials who say COVID-19 hospitalizations have declined across the county. During a joint county and Duluth virtual news conference today, Amy Westbrook, the county's public health division director, said hospitalization rates have declined in the last month. Westbrook said right now there is an average of 6 hospitalizations per week, about half of what the county experienced in November. She said while the community transmission rate remains high, the new data offers some hope, thanks in part to the governor's restrictions. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, President Trump took to Twitter to vocalize his disagreement toward the recently passed COVID relief bill. More on that after the break.
Well, it hit 50 degrees around here back in 1890. Today was a little warmer than normal as well. Tomorrow will be 2, but come Thursday, we go towards the cold side of life after we shovel a bit of the snowy side of life. Tomorrow, we'll talk about the latest snow total estimates, the timeline, and the cool down, all coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3.
Northwest Outlet knows Northland winters can be a great time of the year to enjoy the outdoors, even when you have to work outdoors.
Come on in and check out our red-hot prices on winter clothing and footwear.
Nothing ruins it faster than cold or frozen feet. Problem solved when you shop Northwest Outlet for winter footwear. They have only brand names that are tested for Northland winters, like Kamek, Baffin, Keen, Sorrel, Lacrosse, Merrill, Columbia, Boggs, Rocky, and Carhartt.
And don't forget our red-hot prices on winter clothing and footwear.
Your winter headquarters, Superior. Happy holidays, everyone.
Santa knows a gift when he sees one. Ford, built for the holidays.
Now get $5,000 in total cash on an Escape. That's $5,000 in total cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the Cetus Commercial Touchless Forehead Thermometer. The Instant Read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
The Greater Downtown Council encourages you to celebrate downtown this holiday season. Your support of local businesses is vital to our local economy.
Your parking peace of mind as well as your health are important to Duluth Parking. Our off-street, Skywalk connected locations are open and ready for your business, where the first hour of parking is free.
AP Training Duluth is offering Fit for Life, a virtual home-based personal training program. Fit for Life is a 4-week, 4 days per week regimen with personalized coaching all from your own home. Next course begins January 4th. Enroll today at aptrainingduluth.com.
Tisher Gallery has moved to Canal Park, featuring award-winning images of the Lake Superior region. We have artwork for every home and business. Tisher Gallery. Take a piece of the North Shore home.
Show your love to Duluth's downtown waterfront. Keep it local and enjoy the holidays.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, looks like most of the upper Midwest is going to get some sort of snow tomorrow. Some a little bit more than others, and some at a faster clip than others. To our west of Bemidji, that's where folks are expecting a blizzard warning because it's going to be snowy and windy all across the region. But where you have no trees or few trees, the winds really pick up 35 miles an hour plus, that's what it takes to have a true blizzard. And out towards the plains, they're going to get that. For Minnesota tomorrow, we're facing a winter storm warning. 6 to 9 inches of snow possible for many towns in this neck of the woods and near the Canadian border. Could go higher than that. Into Wisconsin, still looking at a winter storm watch. So it's not a sure thing that we'll get a lot of snow there. It could be more rain to start, indeed, before finishing on the snowy side. So up in the air, that folks there are going to have too much trouble. And still, the Weather Service hasn't issued any sort of advisory for the Upper Peninsula, even though the charts indicate folks there are going to get about 6 inches of snow. I suppose that falls back on the old axiom that folks in the UP know how to handle snow, and 6 inches isn't that much of a big deal. But it could be slippery stuff with a little rain mixed in, so folks should be careful tomorrow. And then we can do our shoveling once we get into Thursday, because that's when it'll clear up and cool down. Current temperature, airport, 32 degrees, relative humidity, 75%. Easterly, southeasterly winds going 18 miles per hour, so we will have gusty winds here as well. And where it's flat and no trees on Lake Superior, that is a gale warning going on there. Air pressure continues to drop, now down to 29.58 inches of mercury. Of course, that's from the low pressure system coming our way to bring us the snow. Current temps, Upper Peninsula, lower to mid-30s. Lower to mid, even upper 30s for many towns in northern Wisconsin. And we're looking at a range of about 28 to 34 here in northern Minnesota. But that's because our low is leading with its warm front. By tomorrow afternoon, its cold front cuts through the region, sends temperatures down. And by the time we get up Thursday morning, we'll be below zero and may stay that way through Friday. Daytime highs will get above zero towards the single digits, but both mornings, Thursday and Friday, will be brisk. Doppler map right now shows that there's still a couple of snow showers in the tip of the arrowhead here, but this first wave of lighter snows that came with the warm front of the low pressure system have pretty much passed by, but we do still have that cold front and the main body of the low, so that's why Wednesday has that 80% chance for about 6 to 9 inches of snow for most towns in our neck of the woods, with 8 plus possible near the Canadian border, 8 to 12 possible there. And then it goes away by Thursday and the cold air comes in out of the north, cools us down, like I mentioned, could be around 10 below both Thursday and Friday morning, at least for a few towns. Then it gets a little bit better for the weekend. So here's the forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, your low temps will be pretty mild, upper 20s to even mid-30s. Light snow, 30% chance. You get a little more tickling you here as the night goes on. Same deal for Wisconsin and Michigan. Low temps there, 29 to 34. And then daytime highs in the morning tomorrow. Wisconsin, Michigan could be in the upper 30s. Then in the afternoon, it cools and we get moderate snow. And moderate snow for Minnesota as well. Morning high temps 26 to 36. Then it cools in the afternoon. And into Thursday, it should clear up in Minnesota, though for the South Shore, there may still be a little bit of lake influence going on there. But there's the cool down. 2 for a high, 5 below for a low Thursday. Christmas morning, 10 below. But Santa always bundles up, so it should work out. And then we dare to go all the way to 20 above comes Saturday, Kristen, which is where we're supposed to be for this time of year.
Thanks, Dave. Tonight, President Trump is slamming the recently passed COVID relief bill on Twitter. Earlier, President-elect Joe Biden had tough words of his own on the Trump administration's handling of a major cyber attack. Mr. Biden also warned darker days are still ahead in the coronavirus pandemic. Skylar Henry is on Capitol Hill with more.
In a pre-holiday address, President-elect Joe Biden had harsh words for President Trump's handling of a suspected Russian cyber attack on multiple companies and federal agencies.
This assault happened on Donald Trump's watch when he wasn't watching. It's still his responsibility as president to defend American interests for the next 4 weeks.
The address comes a day after Congress passed a government spending bill with a $900 billion COVID relief package. The administration says many Americans could start to see direct stimulus payments as soon as next week.
The bill is not a long-term bill, it's a survival bill.
The Senate Minority Leader said that he spoke with the president-elect by phone after the bill's passage and that both agreed that they'll need a, quote, bigger, bolder bill after Mr. Biden takes office.
Congress did its job this week, and I can and I must ask them to do it again next year.
It really is a disgrace.
President Trump posted a video on Twitter blasting the COVID relief bill.
I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me.
Tuesday, the president issued several more pardons. He gave 2 to former GOP Congressman Duncan Hunter of California, who pled guilty to misuse of campaign funds, and Chris Collins of New York, who pled guilty to conspiring to commit securities fraud and lying to the FBI. President Trump also gave a full pardon to his former campaign aide, George Papadopoulos, who pled guilty to lying to the FBI as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into the 2016 election.
CBS News has learned that House Democrats plan to offer a bill for $2,000 stimulus checks this coming Thursday, something President Trump said via Twitter he agrees with. The Senate and House cleared the package by lopsided margins, enough to override a veto should President Trump decide to take that step. Still to come, homicides in the cities are nearing record highs. How the police are taking care of it next.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
Thanks for the ride to practice.
How often do you play?
As often as I can. But right now, I have to shop for a Medicare plan.
Well, UCare has a range of Medicare Advantage options, with plan premium starting at $0 a month. By the way, thanks for wearing your skate guard.
It's just hard to ride with my hockey bag, you know?
Oh, trust me, I know.
At Miners National Bank of Eveleth, we know it takes knowledge, dedication, and teamwork to be the home loan experts. With over 115 years and 4 family generations, we have proven we have the experience to be the best in the business. For your first or next home loan, call the experts you can trust at Miners National Bank. Their teamwork is unmatched, and they will bump out any rough spots along the way. Make your house a home with Miners National Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously. Both with serious rugged performance and serious capability. So while others might be dreaming of winter wonderlands, you could be shattering expectations with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda. KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the Pilot.
I chose a career that isn't easy, it's dangerous, and it's hard. Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College has set me up with everything I need to succeed. Through challenging classes, longer defensive tactics training, and instructors who work in the industry, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is setting me up for success.
Duluth Casino welcomes you back. COVID safety protocols are in place.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3. For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS3.
St. Paul saw its 33rd homicide of the year Monday night, just one shy of the highest total of murders ever in the capital city. Although the increase in gun violence has been significant, so have the number of those arrested in connection to the violence. St. Paul police say investigators are canvassing neighborhoods, questioning witnesses, and using video to solve the near record-breaking shootings plaguing the city. But locals say it's the relationship with the community that is key to getting ahead of the violence. The God Squad's Reverend Daryl Spence believes the number of shooting deaths would be higher if not for the work of community groups like his and the Truth Center. To help, St. Paul Police added officers to its gang and gun unit to support its homicide unit. That, plus running its own internal test fire range, allows investigators to test recovered guns faster to see what crimes they may be connected to. Coming up in sports, the Northwestern girls basketball team looked to make it 7 straight wins, plus the Badgers opened up Big Ten play. Highlights coming up right after the break.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Iron Mining Association, Range Regional Airport, and Miners National Bank of Eveleth.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
It's starting to get cold outside. Northwest Outlet is ready with fresh new inventory to keep you warm this fall and winter from Carhartt. Men and women know when they shop Northwest Outlet for Carhartt, they know their stuff. They carry more styles, more sizes, more colors, and more flame retardant Carhartt than anyone in the Northland. Jackets, jeans, shirts, gloves, bibs, hats, belts, socks, and sweats. We've got them all. Check Northwest Outlet's gigantic selection of long underwear, along with Carhartt work boots, rugged but comfortable. Happy holidays from Northwest Outlet.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. For a limited time only, get the Hog Heaven pizza for just $11. Papa Murphy's.
Keeping yourself and your family safe from germs and bacteria is made easy with Cetus ultraviolet technology for sterilization. Through time-tested ultraviolet irradiation, killing 99% of dangerous microbes is simple and effortless. UV light technology is faster and more reliable than water-based disinfectants. Now easier than ever to live germ-free. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Mount Royal Market has express online shopping. Shop online and select your items. Your personal shopper carefully gathers everything on your list. Schedule your pickup and we deliver right to your car. Express online shopping from Mount Royal Market. Let us take care of you.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more. I'll take it. I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
The wait will soon be over for college athletes at St. Scholastica, UW Superior, and Northland Colleges. Today, the UMAC Conference announced they will pursue spring competition. Baseball, men's and women's basketball, softball, men's and women's tennis, as well as men's and women's indoor and outdoor track and field can begin UMAC competition starting on January 30th. Those sports may pursue non-conference play beginning on January 1st. As long as their opponent follows the same NCAA SSI testing. The conference also announced fall sports such as football, volleyball, and soccer will stick to their original plan of playing in the spring. The President Council will once again meet in mid-January to reassess. The Northwestern girls basketball team lost their first game of the season, but ever since then, that loss has been in the rearview mirror. They've rattled off 6 straight wins, looking to make it 7 tonight in Ashland against the Ore Dockers. From the very tip of this one, the Tigers dominated. Opening bucket goes to Bryn Erickson, a runner in the lane. A few possessions later, they get going from the distance to Erin Plash. She doesn't need very much space to get this to start falling. Next trip down, it's Erickson Open at the top of the key. Abby Winterstein with the assist on both those shots. Then just before the break, Gabby Risley gets some space buckets. They double up the score 32-16 at the half. Northwestern wins their 7th straight, 61-32 over Ashland. The Chisholm basketball court has a new look to it this year. They took down the Bob McDonald court banner on the wall and had his name been inked on the actual court itself. McDonald passed away earlier this year at the age of 87 and is the winningest coach in MSHSL history in any sport. He coached high school basketball for 59 years with 1,012 wins and 3 state championships. Not too bad of a start for the Wisconsin men's basketball team, 6-1 to start the year in non-conference play. But now comes the time where the games really matter. The Badgers hosting Nebraska in their Big Ten Conference opener. Early on, Wisconsin down 2. True freshman Jonathan Davis opens the scoring with a 3-ball at the top of the key. Wisconsin up 1, would stay close in the second. Then the Badgers started cooking up 3. Demetric Trice doubles that when he knocks it down. Then shortly after, how about another? Brad Davison with a hand in his face, but no problem there. Wisconsin opens up conference play with the 67-53 victory. The NBA is officially back. Quite the doubleheader to open the season. In the opening game, the new-look Brooklyn Nets took down the Warriors 125-99. Then the nightcap, the Clippers lead the Lakers in the battle for Los Angeles. Both the Timberwolves and Bucks open up their seasons on Wednesday. Time to go bowling in college football. The Badgers know where they are headed as they will take on Wake Forest in the Duke's Mayo Bowl a week from Wednesday. But as head coach Paul Chryst says, the opportunity is more about playing one more game with the group they have.
We're excited about the opportunity to have one more game and be able to play it in Charlotte against a very good Wake Forest team and participate in the Duke's Bowl. You know, our kids are excited about it. You know, one more week with this team, which, you know, despite the type of season it's been and unlike any other.
Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
For over 20 years, Scott Dietrichson Construction has taken roofing to a higher level. We offer a huge range of roofing options: asphalt shingles, rubber, and metal roofing. And Scott Dietrichson Construction is a TAMCO Pro certified contractor. TAMCO offers a variety of shingle colors with 30 to 50-year warranties. We're following CDC guidelines and no contact free estimates. Our staff is one that we know and you can trust. By not subcontracting our work, we've built a dependable team that gets the job done. Call Scott Dietrichson, your roofing expert, today.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
It's the GMC season to upgrade. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most GMC models. Use it to get over $10,000 total value on this 2021 Sierra Denali.
Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Black Angus boneless ribeye roast for only $8.98 per pound. And try our 80% lean ground chuck for just $2.69 per pound. Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get Dole celery for just 88 cents each and get ripe and ready avocados for just 88 cents each. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
In recent times, we've witnessed the brave faces of many people all over the world. Now, it's your turn to be one of them. Memorial Blood Centers is building a local and national supply of convalescent plasma to treat patients with serious or immediately life-threatening COVID-19 infections. If you have recovered from COVID-19 or tested positive for the antibodies, we need your help. To donate convalescent plasma, visit NBC.org. If you can't give convalescent plasma, you can still save lives by giving blood.
This Christmas, Fleet Farm has every gift for every list. Gifts are big at Fleet Farm. You'll find the biggest selection and the biggest savings. Know someone who's big into workwear? Get a free $20 gift card when you spend $100 or more on Carhartt for the family. Or for someone who's big into ice fishing, a portable buddy heater is only $69.99. Fleet Farm has last-minute gifts for everyone on your list. Christmas shopping just got easier. Fleet Farm. Gifts are big here.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
All right, Dave. We have that storm coming our way tomorrow. How's it looking?
Let's take one more look at my estimates for snow totals tomorrow. I think the heaviest of the snow will run along the Canadian border, 8 to 12 inches possible there. For the rest of us, I think we'll run a band of 6 to 9. And whether you get 6 or 12, the bottom line is be careful shoveling and be careful driving. And by Thursday, we'll be able to finish off the shoveling and enjoy the holidays here. Christmas is coming Thursday and Friday, and then New Year's next week. Speaking of next week, it looks to be fairly dry once we shake off this snow chance. So 80 to 90% chance for this snow business on Wednesday, followed by a cool down for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. High temps only around 10 above at best, but then we moderate for the weekend, and then it could become fairly sunny and a little bit cool next Monday and Tuesday.
We'll definitely have more on that tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you then.